What's up, Game Changers? It's your boy TJ, aka Mr. Game Changer, and I'm back with another episode of the Game Changers Podcast, man. This is episode 91. Episode 91, man. I forgot to take out the damn gum. Hey, we forget sometimes, but episode 91, I'm super excited. I'm 9 episodes away from 100, bro. That is a really big deal. What should I do, y'all? What should I do? Should I get balloons? I think I'm going to get balloons. I think I'm going to get like 100 balloons signed behind me. I got to get some confetti, some champagne. Nothing too major because 100 ain't really nothing in the podcast area, but it's a big milestone for me for putting out that many episodes, because honestly, not that many people that start a podcast get to that moment. So I can't wait for that moment. I'm excited for that moment. But let's get straight into it, man. Episode 91. And we got a lot of things going on in the entertainment space, in the sports space. But let's start off with sports. Y'all know what I'm here to talk about. Oh my gosh. Lakers, can you do something? Look, that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now at this moment. You feel me? At this very moment. Because the trade news of Klay Thompson, Paul George, Chris, all of that is not as fresh, but it's just on my timeline. It's like, Lakers, you see all these moves being made. What are we doing? But let's start off with the freshest one, which is Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has decided to go to the Dallas Mavericks. Let's see for how much, for a 3-year deal worth $50 million. Now, as far as fits, I can see it fitting, but at the same time, I can't. So I think that this is going to be a 50-win plus team. Cool. But when we get into the playoffs and those schemes happen, defensive schemes happen, you feel me? And they play arguably the best defense in this past playoffs in Minnesota. Is just Kyrie and Luka was too much. But what happens if you run into a juggernaut like the Celtics that's just a little bit more better in a defense? When you run into the Celtics, what do you do when they lock up Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic? They kick the ball to Klay Thompson and he shoots threes. That's what he's known for, shooting threes. But I think the frustration is going to set in a little bit early. So Klay Thompson, the reason he's leaving this situation right now with the Warriors is because when they won a championship, they did not extend Klay Thompson to the contract that he wanted. They didn't even give him an offer. They just like, go out there and keep doing what you're doing, buddy. Great job. No, I want to get paid and I want my money. Now, you may think, well, the Lakers offer him $80 million. He said he didn't want to come to LA because it would feel a little bit like the Warriors, so he wanted a fresh start. Klay, you think you finna get a fresh start at the Mavs, bro? With Luka taking most of the dribbles during the game, then you give it to Kyrie taking most of the dribbles. I know you would catch and shoot, but like I really want to know what's going on through Klay Thompson's mind. I think I said this last pod, but what is going on in his mind right now, bro? Like, is he gonna want to take more dribbles? Is he gonna want a bigger role? I know he said a fresh start. What does a fresh start mean, Klay Thompson? Does it mean continuing doing what you're doing, coming out the screens, catch and shoot, a slasher, good at defense, even though after that injury to, I think it was Achilles, ACL, one of those, I think it was ACL, are you still moving as good as you can defensively? Like, I don't know if this is the best fit for Klay Thompson, but I'm happy for him. I'm truly happy for him. I don't want to hate, but I think I don't know where it's gonna come from. I assume it's gonna be because he's not getting the ball enough, but it may come from somewhere else. But I'm just assuming that there is going to be some frustration there. You feel me? Of course, it's automatically gonna be maybe a little bit frustration, but he won't show it at the beginning because this is like new to everybody. You feel me? You have an all-star caliber player coming with two other all-star caliber players. I mean, we seen the three all-star or three superstar tandem work in Miami. Not many places though. I mean, I can't think all the last one. Oh, the Celtics, 08, 09 Celtics. I mean, other than that, I can't think of any recent big threes that really, I mean, won a championship. So I hope nothing but the best for Klay Thompson. Not really for the Mavericks. I mean, because they in the West and I'm a Lakers fan. But Klay Thompson, he did deserve more for the Warriors. And thumbs down, man. Y'all, the Warriors, y'all, I feel like y'all really messed up on this, and y'all are finna, I don't know what y'all are gonna do for these last 6-7 years of Stephen Curry's career. Because I'm pretty sure Steph is gonna play until he's 40 also. So I don't know what y'all gonna do, but Klay Thompson, this is a big move. It's definitely making the West more every year. I feel like the West just gets more and more competitive, bro. Like, oh my gosh. And then we go over to the East. From the West to the East, we got Paul George going to the Philadelphia 76ers for a 4-year, $212 million deal with the Sixers. Now we got Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid. The real this fit right here, I feel like this is a great fit. This right here is a great fit. Maxey can go more into that point guard role. But he can shoot the ball whenever he needs to. I mean, I think that's what Maxey should work on this summer. Like, really not becoming pass first, but just balancing his game a little bit more with adding some point guard tendencies into his game, because Paul George is going to come in. He's going to take a lot of shots. Joel Embiid already take a lot of shots. So it's like that shot selection is a little bit more spread out now. And I think that's better for the team, especially with a shot maker like Paul George. The only issue that I have with this is just what I've had with the Sixers over the past few years is injury prone. Is Joel Embiid going to stay healthy? Is Paul George going to stay healthy? Is Tyrese Maxey going to stay healthy? Not saying that Maxey has a history. You know, he's pretty young. He don't really have a history of being hurt a lot. But Paul George has had some nicks, and we know about Joel Embiid been out for stretches over the past 2-3 years. So health is the main concern for the Sixers. But other than that, they right up there with the Knicks and the Celtics to me. Right up there. I don't know about the Bucks right now. I'm a little iffy on them. In the East, who else in the East? The Heat, I'm a little iffy about them also. The Pacers, I think they just picked up somebody. I think they just signed Wiseman. They used to be on the Warriors. He was on Detroit last year, so I think that was an okay pickup. But you know, I don't really believe in the Pacers like that. Like I believe the top three are the Celtics, the Knicks, and now the 76ers. If I'm gonna put them in order, I'm gonna put the Celtics. Well, Paul George, Joel Embiid, I'm putting the Sixers at 2. And I'm putting the Knicks at a close 3. Because that last series, they were banged up, they were hurt. Tom Thibodeau, slow down, man. Stop stressing your players' bodies out. Slow down. Give them a little bit of a break. Jeez. Man, but the Knicks are a close 3. I think this is going to be some great basketball. And I'm not as much as the West, but I feel like the East also has been getting more competitive each year. They're just not as competitive or fun to watch as the West, and that's just being real. Chris Paul to the Spurs, I mean, it made sense. He's on a stretch end of his career. This might be his second to last year, or it may be his last year. We don't know. But the way the beginning of the season goes with Wemby, I think it will dictate whether Chris Paul retires or not. So if they start off well, let's say they start off 6-3, something like that. Like, the first 10, 15 games of the NBA season is really up for grabs for anybody. It may look like, oh, this team is going to be great. But once we get to like that 20, 30 game mark, we'll finally see who the real teams are. But first 10 games, if the Spurs start like 10-4, 11-4, you get what I'm saying? Like, people going to start, Wemby and Chris Paul. I think they need to, the Spurs need to make like a trade right now for like a scorer. Like, I could see, honestly, I wouldn't mind if the Spurs traded a whole bunch of players for like a Jalen Green from the Rockets. I'm just, shooting for anything right now. I'm shooting from the volleyball line, the half court line right now. I'm just shooting, but I'm just calling out names. Jalen Green from the Rockets. The Spurs, I mean, what do they have? They have a lot of role players, but if you put a lot of role players in there, plus maybe if the Spurs have some picks, I'll go get Jalen Green, just a scorer. I mean, that's pretty far-fetched, but maybe somebody like, or Buddy Hield. I know Jalen Green to Buddy Hield, that's a that's a pretty big gap, but the Buddy Hield is just somebody who can come and, give you 15, 17 off the bench just straight off shooting. So someone who could put the ball in the basket, I think would be great for the Spurs, so they could possibly have that start, and then maybe Chris Paul can be like, okay, I could do one more year of this. For sure. I could do one more year of molding Wemby, and showing him different ways how to catch the ball, or catch my lobs, or catch certain passes, you feel me, or come off the pick and roll like this. Like, Chris Paul, if I'm talking about 15 plus years of experience, he probably played more, but 15 plus years of experience, multiple time all-star point guard, like, been to the Western Conference Finals a couple times, you feel me? Like, it's a lot of experience there. So I think Chris Paul to the Spurs made all the sense in the world. But let's get back to my Lakers. Bronny James over there in the press conference, real humble, like, yeah, nah. So Bronny, what have you learned so far from your dad being in the facility? Well, man, I wasn't in his pocket all day, so I wouldn't know, I'm a professional like he is now, and I've been doing other basketball things. I haven't really been around my father like that. Like, and then a report comes out that Bronny is most likely going to be on their G League team. And I have no problem with that. But I'm seeing, cool, Bronny got drafted. And I know it's a really big deal. I'm seeing it on all socials. When was the draft? It was like a week ago. I'm seeing it on all socials, cool. But I need to stop seeing this information from the Lakers. And I need to start seeing what we doing with LeBron. Not LeBron. What we doing with our team? LeBron just signed a max deal because obviously Paul George and Klay Thompson went to two different teams. We couldn't get him. I don't want Trae Young on my team. I'm spitballing now on just different things that's going in my mind about my team. I don't want Trae Young on my team. I don't care how great he shoot the ball, or how great he passed the ball. He's 6'1". 6'0", so he's short. and he's a defensive liability. I want a defensive minded team. Even D'Lo stepped up his defense in the playoffs, bro, and I seen that. D'Lo did better in the playoffs this year than he did last year, so it's progression. I would rather keep D'Lo than have Trae Young. What else? LeBron signed his max deal, so now it's really money issues why we can't go get a player. We want to sign DeMar DeRozan, but the Miami Heat also has interest in him, and I'm pretty sure the Miami Heat has more money to spend than we do because we just signed LeBron to that contract. And then there's another report. It's a whole bunch of reports in NBA right now going out that DeMar DeRozan don't want the vet minimum, which is understandable. You're 34 and you're still averaging 22 points a game. Like that's worth more than the vet minimum in my opinion. But that's all it seems like the Lakers can give somebody unless we trade to the Bulls for more. So I can see, let's see, I would I don't know though. See, I'm back and forth with would I make the trade of Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan for Rui Hachimura and D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell getting 18 per year, and I think Rui getting either 10 or 15. So that's going to take a lot of money off our books, but I know Lonzo ain't getting all that. You feel me? DeMar DeRozan, I know he ain't getting all that. Probably Lonzo may be making more, but I don't know. It's probably the same. So that's a fair trade to me, even though Lonzo is my only hesitation with that. Lonzo is coming off an injury. So what do we do in that situation? How is he going to bounce back? He been on Lakers before. The only two players in Lakers history, or since Magic and somebody, or I think they made history of two on the same team getting triple doubles, something like that in the same game. I remember that game too. That was a great game. So it's just like we really need another piece, bro. I don't want to run it back with this same team. Keep most of the team. I like Vanderbilt. Other than Anthony Davis and LeBron, that's a given. I like Vanderbilt. I like Christian Wood. I even like Jackson Hayes. But I would prefer one of them to go or none of them go. Maybe you can get rid of Gabe Vincent. Unfortunately, you can get rid of Cam Reddish. He had a lot of bright spots, but the injuries, bro. Like the injuries don't allow us to show us the full picture of what they can be. Like if most of our players played, like, let's just say 75 games, bro, and that's a lot of effing games. If most of our players play I'm not even talking about LeBron and AD. Let's lead them out. Play 75 games. We will see where they're at, and I can truly judge that. But now I'm giving up Cam Reddish and Gabe Vincent and potentially Christian Wood because Christian Wood played more games than them probably combined. You feel me? Like Gabe Vincent, Cam Reddish was out with injuries, but Cam Reddish, like the beginning of the year, he did really well. So I'm a little hesitant of giving him up, but if it means a better player, like I would give them 3 up, including Hachimura, for like Levine and DeRozan. I know the Bulls not gonna do that, but they might as well blow up their situation because they already traded away Caruso. Like blow up that situation. Bulls rebuild. First of all, fire whoever in that front office. I'm from Chicago, so like I still support the Bulls. Even though the Lakers is my favorite team. But whoever in that front office, I don't know his name verbatim, but get him out. They need a whole switcheroo change. They need a roster change, front office change, coaching change, all that. The Bulls just need to revamp their whole thing because they one of the most popular teams in the world, bro. And that's just off Mike alone. So it's like, bro, you have to build off that legacy, like, at some point. I'm not saying they didn't try to do that, but like when D Rose got hurt, it was over with after that. Like D Rose, that was the second coming. People, and I believe in my heart of hearts, if he was healthy, bro, Chicago would have won a championship. Between all that Warriors run and the Heat and you get what I'm saying? The Bulls would have won something, at least one. So back to the trade. I mean, Lonzo Ball and Levine together sounds good. DeRozan and Lonzo sounds good. I don't know if they want to give up their big man, not Valanciunas, Vucevic. I think that's his last name. I don't know if they're giving up him because I think last year they just signed him to a deal. So I don't think they're giving him up. But because he's a really good player. Like, I'll be surprised if they gave him up to us. With a DeRozan, boy, don't get me started. That would make my day. I have not, as far as like being a Lakers fan, I have not had the best time watching what's been going on in the NBA. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've not had the best time, but that would make my day. A Vucevic and a DeRozan, or Vucevic and a Levine for a Rui and you're not getting D-Lo. I don't want y'all to take D-Lo, but if they trade D-Lo, I wouldn't be mad. We would just have to find a point guard, or like I've been saying for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, put LeBron at the one and don't make him do all that. Like, if LeBron just went into like Magic Johnson mode, bro, like for no score first. If he just come a pass first player, bro, I'm just saying with the weapons we could potentially have, like a healthy Levine or a healthy DeRozan with a healthy AD and Vucevic down there, and I still got Austin Reeves. I still got Vanderbilt to have my back defensively. I still got people. I just got a shooter out the draft that's ready to play now. That's ready to, come on, bro. A pass first LeBron. I'm not saying don't score LeBron. Of course he gonna get his 15, 20 a game. But the pass first LeBron, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Let me check this. I need to check the statistics to see how that would look. Like a pass first LeBron would. I don't know if he's had like an elite two guard that was really in a prime, because when he had D-Wade was coming out of his prime. He probably was still in it for 1 year, 1.5, but bro, I'm trying to think. Cleveland, nah. An elite two, and I'm not saying DeRozan in his prime, but averaging 22 points at 34. That's elite. Zach LaVine, healthy, elite. You feel me? And he's due for, Zach LaVine is due for one of them years where he averaging damn near 30. I gotta go check some stats, and I'm probably gonna do that right now, but because I want to look up Zach LaVine's stats, bro. I'm just saying, like, it would get crucial if they added Vucevic in there. But I think the Bulls is a great suitor. They were talking about the Jazz and the Trailblazers. I mean, they could do a 3-team swap where they can get DeRozan and Malcolm Brogdon from the Trailblazers. Now, I like that. Then you can ship out D'Angelo Russell. But I want to give D'Angelo Russell some praise because he really he did an exceptional job last year, shooting over 40% from three. He's a flamethrower when he get hot. He's a great passer. If he was a lockdown defensive player, he'll be worth $100 million. Easy, because it would just make the job of everybody else easier. Like, it just switches and defensive schemes. Like, if he was a lockdown point guard shooting 40% and a great passer, God, I'm like, I would be speechless, dog. Like imagine coming out the screen and if Vanderbilt was healthy, you don't want D-Lo because he locked down. Now you got to switch Vanderbilt. He there. Then LeBron. Okay, this is the best you gonna get because I don't want AD. You feel me? He even more of a threat than LeBron. I got 40-year-old LeBron on me, and that's the best. You feel me? I'm talking about the Nuggets versus the Lakers. Murray, that's the best defender I feel like I can score on. Like, come on, man. Maybe Austin Reeves, but Austin Reeves, like, I wish he was more of a lockdown, but I think that's just his size. I would like Austin to bulk up a little bit, not too much where if it affects his shot, but get a little stronger, a little bit more agile so we can, you feel me, when they try to post you up, because I saw that a lot. People try to target Austin Reeves a lot this season, but I would say about 60% of the time he held his own. But that 40%, they was definitely bucking him. Shout out to Austin Reeves, but also shout out to D'Angelo Russell. Let me look up these Zach LaVine. Right now for my audio audience, I'm looking up career stats for Zach LaVine because I'm trying to see what's up with him, man. Okay, he averaged last season, he averaged 19 points. The season before that, 22-23, he averaged about 25 points. Okay. The year before that, 24 points. 2021, he averaged 27. Was this before DeRozan came? Probably yes. So okay. He was averaging 3 points away from 30 4 years ago, but last year was his lowest since the 2017-2018 season. So, and I think that was based off of injury. So if we can get a healthy LaVine, bro, I mean, if DeRozan don't want to come here, if he feel like Miami is more suitable, we'll take LaVine because it's been reported, going back to the reports, that the Bulls are looking to drop off LaVine and DeRozan. So they didn't say anything about Lonzo, but I'm pretty sure if we ask for him, bro, the Lakers, Rob Pelinka, bro, make some numbers shake because I'm hearing about this second apron. And basically what that is just to give y'all a brief review because I've been looking at it. The first apron is the cap on what a team can spend for on players. And then the second apron is if you go past this, you're going to have to pay a certain amount of tax per dollars you go over. Okay, so I got 189 million right here. And we talking about per year. 189 million. And then let's say this right here is 200 million. You at like 205 million per year, they gonna tax you. So that second one is called the second apron. So right now the Lakers are about, let me just make sure I got this correct because I think we're 3 million over it right now, but we have time to change it. We have until like February, I believe, to change that and get that situated. Let me make sure I'm correct. Okay. Looking at it. Second apron. Yep, we're currently at 190 million. The second apron is 188 million. So we're about 3 million over the second apron right now. So if that don't change, they gonna tax us. But we need to get this situated, please, because we got right now for our team, we got D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Rui, AD, Gabe Vincent, Bronny James, Dalton Connett, Jalen Hood, Max Christie, Maxwell Lewis, Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Wood. Oh, Jesus. I'm cool with some of these players, but bro, let's trade to get better, bro. If we don't get better this season, I'm going to be very upset and it's going to be hard for me to watch games. Of course, I'm going to watch games, but after the first 7 games, once I see what I expect to see, I'm going to get even more mad because I know what they're potentially going to do with the same team. They're not going to do as good, bro. LeBron James finna be 40. LA, LeBron finna be 40, bro. Let's go. Let's go. I don't want to yell. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Let's go. So that's all I got on NBA talk. Just off the top of my head, Donovan Mitchell got a 135 million from the Cavs. We was looking to get him, but he's staying at Cleveland. I mean, a lot of this is about money, bro. The players going to different places, about money. Klay Thompson also chose Dallas because the tax versus the taxes in LA. Like, a lot of these players are thinking about their money. You feel me? So it gets to a certain point in your career where you know you're not going to get enough money, and now you 35, 36, now want to go to a championship contender, but you can't contribute like you could at 27, 28 when you chose to do the supermax or get all this type of money, whether you a supermax player or not. So it be about the money a lot, bro. It be about the money. Okay, I went to a Chicago Sky game. Shout out to Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark for being the first two rookies to become NBA All-Stars since I don't know when, but it's been a minute. That might have been ever, but I went to a Chicago Sky game, bro, and last Sunday, and it was fun, bro. It was fun, even though they lost. The lady, so it's a lady that worked there. She was walking up with these papers and a clipboard, and she like, "Hi, would you be interested in doing a game with us?" And I was like, "What type of game?" Just like, at the end of the third quarter, we have this game where you dribble and make a layup, but you put on these guys. She's explaining this to me. I was like, sure, I just signed myself up, but I didn't know everything that went into it. I just know I was finna be on the floor in front of fans. I was like, yeah. So they explained it to me more. So basically, we dribbling the ball through these cones, and I gotta lay it up on one end, and then I gotta do the same thing going all the way back to the other end. But you're wearing these visually impaired goggles. So we go out there to the court. I'm super close. I'm seeing Angel Reese. I gave her a little wink. Baby, this for you. All right. Baby, this for you. Okay. So I may be exaggerating a little bit, but baby, this for you. So they explain the game. We get out there. I put on the goggles and I'm looking. I'm like, oh. It's like you drunk for real, because that's what it's supposed to look like you're visually impaired or you drunk or something. So it's like, as I'm looking at places, it's like my hand is supposed to be right here, but it looked like it's right here. So it's like it's everywhere. So explaining to everybody what we finna do, and I'm going against somebody. Now this is I think it's a girl, but I don't want to get this I don't want to get this wrong. So shout out to them that, you feel me, it was one of them situations, whether I think it was a woman, but she was dressing like a man, but you get what I'm saying. So they playing against me, and they say go. I dribble through them cones. Okay, I'm smooth with it, but I feel like I'm going slow, so I'm trying to speed it up. I dribble to the basket. I put up the shot. Boom, it hit the side of the backboard. I'm like, because I'm thinking the rim right here, but it's really over here. You feel me? So these glasses ain't no joke. So I hit it off the rim. I get my rebound. I'm like, man, all right. So I dribble a little closer, lay it up. I make it. I get the ball back. I go through the cones. And then I lose the ball. So it's finna go into the stands, but I catch it and do it behind the back. Now, at this moment, when I do the behind the back, what's the name from the Bulls? Dang, I forgot his name, but he's sitting right here in the crowd. He watching me. When I look back, the playback in the video, he's smiling like, bruh, this man losing the ball. But I only lost it like twice. So I lose it, do the behind the back. Once I do that, I'm like, okay, I got it now. Then I go through the cones, and then I do like I bounce the ball and I catch it with two, like I'm doing a swipe through finna lay, and that's what I do. Bounce, swipe through. Lay for lay. I do something a little not nothing too crazy because I didn't want to look crazy. So I just did a simple little under and then switch back to the right. Lay, I hit it. Crowd go crazy. TJ, we love you, TJ. I'm like, yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. So, that happened. I got a t-shirt for that, bro. That whole game was just a ball, a great experience. And it also just speaks to, it was a whole bunch of people there, bro. Because I used to go to the Wintrust Arena to see my man's play, because he used to play for DePaul. And DePaul University also plays there. So it was never that packed. That's the most packed I've seen that arena. And I went to like 4-5 games of his. So it's great to see the WNBA growing, progressing, all of that, bro. Shout out to the Chicago Sky. Shout out to Angel Reese, bro. What else we got on here? Ricky Rose going to Vancouver, Canada. He had a show out there, and then he got into a little altercation. So when he's leaving the stage at the end of the show, he said, hey, play Not Like Us. So they played Not Like Us as he's walking off the stage. I guess some Vancouver goons approached him and talking back and forth. One guy threw a punch at Ross. Ross did a little half punch, and now it's on and popping. His security is trying to get at them, but the security got jumped, beat up. Somebody else got beat up. But Rick Ross, the whole time, is like backing up and going away from the situation, which is cool. But if I see my security guard getting beaten up, I'm gonna try to help him a little bit. But even though that's his job, like your job is my safety, and I see you getting jumped, I'm not just finna run away. That's kind of what he did. And the security guard, I guess he got away too. But man, bro, they put a whooping on him. They was stomping on him. Now, somebody throw a punch at me. I mean, of course I gotta assess the situation, but like, something on me. I don't know why nothing was on that security guard, but one of them getting popped. One of them getting pumped by this sawed off something. Because that whole scene was crazy, and it could have went left, bro. Why is Rick Ross? First of all, why is he even talking to this man, bro? I played Not Like Us. So what? Get out your feelings. I'm not talking to you, you peasants. You feel like if somebody somebody come up to me and talk crazy to me about something that I'm playing, bro, I might call you a peasant. But it was a little bit warranted because Rick Ross has been egging on Drake. I don't know if he's been talking about Canada specifically, but like just how if Drake went to LA and he's playing a diss or something, like he'll probably get walked up on, but probably not, because Drake move a little bit different. I don't know why he only had one security guard there. He had other people trying to protect him, but that didn't look like security. They didn't look like security. They just looked like his mans that was with him trying to just make sure he was good, because they didn't try to fight. The two dudes that was like covering him did not try to fight, because they know if they went down, Rick Ross had no protection, and then it would have probably went way worse than that. Rick Ross would have probably been on Channel 7 News, all that. So I think Ross just have to do better with just situations he put himself in. I mean, of course he showed a video that he was okay, but nigga, what if you wasn't okay? Like that's a scary situation to be in, bro. If I'm in a city that I've been dissing for the last couple months, I'm having more security than that. You feel me? Like me personally, I would have more security there. I would probably have at least 4 or 5. It would have been a better fight then, because it's like, I don't know. The smart thing is to run in that situation. But if I have 5 security guards and somebody try to snuff me, it's going to be more likely that they're going to lose that fight because my 5 security guards are going to handle them. And if more people try to jump in, that's when I will feel obliged, because I would at least see my 4 or 5 security guards getting busy. So it's like, oh yeah, we got a chance to do something. So if you try to, you feel me, if y'all looking like y'all finna gang up on my 4 or 5 security guards, then I'm jumping in. But if I only have 1 security guard, I understand Ross in that situation backing up, eventually getting out of there, because your 1 security guard is getting stumped out, and when he got up, he looked like he could barely walk, woozy. Man, bro, I hope to God I ain't never in that situation like that where I'm by myself. Unless it's a one-on-one, I don't want to be by myself. But Ross, he said he okay. I'm glad he okay. But hopefully this don't continue. Hopefully this don't lead to nothing crazy, because I'm on Kendrick's side. But as far as music, I still listen to Drake and Kendrick Lamar. So I hope this don't turn into nothing crazy where people get seriously hurt. Because it looked like even at the end of the video, one of the dudes was like, I don't know if it wasn't somebody from Ross camp, but it looked like just somebody in the crowd that was involved in the altercation. They was like, oh, he could die. He's about to die. We need to get him. Like, they literally was picking him up, trying to get him into a car to a hospital. So it's like, but that was way after he left. Like, I watched the whole video. So shout out to, listen, be safe. Be safe out there, bro. Especially being outside, bro. It's the summer. It's hot. It feel good, bro. It feel good to be outside. I've been outside a couple times, bro. Like, it feel good to be outside, but safety first, bro. Safety first. I just want to end with the Usher tribute at the BET Awards. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch the Usher tribute. And I just want to say I didn't like it as a whole. Victoria Monet did great. Keke Palmer did great. Chloe Bailey did great. But other than that, bro, I'm rolling with everybody. You might be saying, oh, you just going with everybody. Yep. It should have been some man up there. I get what y'all trying to do. He a ladies man, so let's reverse it. Let's have the ladies do Usher's tribute. You feel me? For his Lifetime Achievement Award. But no, I wanted to hear some real singing of them songs like like I wanted somebody to really like sing that. You feel me? Like really sing, like whether it's like even Mario said he would have killed it if he was chose for that role. Like you have so many R&B singers, male, or even forget male, R&B singers, female and male, that can actually go up there and sing. Like you have Summer Walker up there. Like I get the performance aspect of it, but it's like she didn't even look good doing that, bro. Like it was no singing. You had Lotto up there rapping Ludacris part on Ludacris and Usher song. You had, I mean, bro, I ain't like it, bro. I ain't like it at all. And I hope, I don't know if it's BET's fault. It's definitely not Usher's fault. But when it come around to Chris Brown tribute, I want to see something better than this. You know how Chris Brown did the Michael Jackson tribute on how good that was years ago? I think it was at the BET Awards. He smoked it by himself. So y'all getting all these people together and it's like really below subpar. I wouldn't call it the most trashiest performance ever, but I'm just saying that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Usher deserved better, even though Usher said, oh, he really loved the tribute. Okay, cool. That's what he's supposed to say. Because Usher is Usher. He a professional. But for us unprofessionals, me as an unprofessional, I was cool off of it, bro. As soon as I saw Keke Palmer, though, I knew she was going to do her thing. Tiana Taylor, Victoria Monet, they're true performers. Like, I've seen, not in person, but I've seen videos of them performing live, and their breath control, singing, all of that. Like they really like that. So even Chloe Bailey, she surprised me. She was up there, hips and all, going crazy. You feel me? Real life singing while she was dancing. That was probably one of the best performers out there. Chloe Bailey, she doing the dances and actually singing the song. You feel me? Not lip singing, not like letting the song sing for you and you doing all it was cool, bro. It was cool. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate y'all tuning in every week. Everyone who's rocking with me, I love and appreciate y'all, man. One of the most important things in this world is to I forgot my quote. One of the most important things in this world is helping people. You know what? Let's do another quote. God is not. Look. I'm freestyling now. Let me end the pod. How am I gonna end this? I'm just gonna end this by saying y'all be safe out there. Okay? Really be safe. Enjoy y'all summer, but really just be safe, bro. Especially my fellow Chicagoans, man. I love y'all. Mr. Game Changer signing out.